Hey bees, I'm Marie from Humblebee and Me, and today we are making these really neat makeup eraser sticks. So I've put them in a couple different sizes of lip balm tubes. We've got a standard lip balm tube here and a slimline lip balm tube for more precision. But the general idea here is, say you're putting your makeup on, you have a bit of a snafu, you can quickly touch it up with one of these bad boys. So I've got some mascara here and I'm going to try to put some on quite poorly and then show you how they work. I've got, see here. And then say we kind of have a bit of one of those. It's just one of those days, hey? I will take this one for it is a little bit more precise. And I'm going to kind of dab that on the snafu. And then I've got a damp microfiber cloth, or depending on sort of the size of the snafu, a moist Q-tip would also be a good idea. And there we go. Et voila. Quite simple, yeah? So the idea for this actually came from one of those Sky Mall catalogs, funnily enough. Flipping through that on a flight, I must have been quite bored, and they were selling a product, sort of called like a makeup eraser stick, and I was like, hey. I took a look at the ingredients and I was like, that is a cleansing balm in a small tube. And so that is basically what this is. It's a simple, unscented, effective cleansing balm in a small tube. If you wanted to, you could make sort of one or two little tubes. You could do like a standard lip balm and a slimline tube, and then you could pour the rest of it into a larger tube, and then you could just use that on your whole face. The emulsifiers, or sort of the cleansing agents that we are using in this cleansing balm, are beeswax and Cromollient SCE. If you don't have either of those, go down to the description box, click through the blog, and learn about the alternatives that you can use, because there are quite a few, because this is a wash-off product, so we're not worried about sort of the skin feel of the product when it remains on the skin. We're also including some castor oil and some fractionated coconut oil, and then thickening that up to a proper stick consistency with some cetyl alcohol and some stearic acid. Since this is all oil-based, it's a pretty simple melt, stir, pour kind of deal. Pretty darn similar to making lip balm, except it melts faster because we don't have any high melting point waxes in here. So yeah, easy peasy. Let's go make this. Now for this one, we're making a pretty small batch. So I'm going to actually just weigh everything in here and be quite careful so that we don't risk losing a sizable percentage of our ingredients to the prep cups. So this is a quite accurate scale. It goes down to 2 decimal points of a gram and goes up to 200 grams maximum weight. So we're going to start with 2 grams of beeswax. Up next is 4 grams of stearic acid, 1.8 grams cetyl alcohol, 1.6 grams Cromollient SCE, 8.4 grams fractionated coconut oil, and 2 grams of castor oil. Now we need to melt this together. To do that, we're going to pop it in a water bath. So this is a small saucepan that's got about 2 centimeters or 2/3 of an inch of water in the bottom of it, and I'm going to go pop this on the stovetop for about 20 minutes over medium heat to melt everything through. Once everything is melted, you can remove it from the water bath. And now we're going to add our cool down ingredient, which is just some vitamin E. So we'll fire up our scale again, pop this on here, and we need 0.1 grams of vitamin E. And now we're going to fill our tubes. So I've got 4 standard lip balm tubes here, and 1 slimline one for sort of an extra fine applicator. Now let's see if I can fill these without knocking them over. Well, that's just about perfect. One recipe fills 4 standard lip balm tubes and 1 slimline one just about as perfectly as one could hope for. So we're going to leave these to set up. And this is going to take longer than it would with a standard lip balm because there's no wax in these. So I'm probably going to give these at least an hour. Okay, now that everything is set up, we can cap them. You can see that they're pretty plain looking, just kind of white, unscented, of course, since we'll probably be using these around our eyes. And there you go. You just made some makeup erasers. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, and please do go down to the description box below this video and click through to the blog post that accompanies this recipe and this video. You'll find a lot more information about where to buy ingredients, how to scale the recipe, and substitutions down there and over on the blog at humblebeeandme.com. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.